Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you an awesome new feature that was released with the most recent update that will help make your preparation for your classes a lot easier and more efficient. This is something that I have been asking for a long time, and I've seen many other teachers ask for as well, and it is finally here. And a huge shout out to Yolanda for finding this because it's in a place that I don't even go to anymore on ClassIn. So without her, I would have no idea this new feature existed. So thank you for showing that in the Facebook group today. So normally, when it's time to prepare for class, you have 20 minutes, if you have the business version, you have 20 minutes before class starts to enter a classroom and open all your materials, whether it's a PowerPoint, PDF, video, whatever. Which is great, except when you have back-to-back classes. So I have all mine very organized by day of the week and then by the student. So I'm able to get in and pretty quickly open everything. But something I've always wanted is a way to open everything I need for class in class well before class time. Not just that 20 minutes or those short 2 to 5 minutes I have between my classes. And ClassIn has finally listened and made a way for us to do that. So let's take a look at where we have to go to prepare for our classes. So if you go to your student and you go to the lessons, if a class is 20 minutes or more away from starting, you're going to see the green prepare button under the lessons, also called the prep room. I have not been into a prep room in probably 2 years because it was pretty much pointless for me. The only thing you could really save in a prep room were EDBs. Well, I just create EDBs in the Blackboard the same way. So I don't go into a prep room anymore, which is why I would never have found this new feature if it wasn't for Yolanda bringing it up in the Facebook group today. So I'm going to show you how you can save all of your course materials before class. So I'm going to make a new classroom for my fake student. So I'm going to go to lessons. I'm going to add my lesson, and I'm going to make it for about 30 minutes away so I have time to prepare. So right now it is 9:50, so I want to make it for 10:20. So also this is a little new. The start date and time are now together, so make sure you look at that carefully when you're adding classes, if you add them here in the app. And I'm going to click OK and post. So you can see that it has the prepare button in 30 minutes. So I'm going to go into the prepare prep room. And like I said, normally you could add pictures, make EDBs, and save those for your class. But now I'm going to open all of my course material. The first time you go into the prep room, you will see a pop-up. I've already been a few times, so I don't have it anymore. It will look like this. It'll say Courseware and Blackboard board notes prepared in the prep room are synced to the class for a higher efficiency. Yes, definitely higher efficiency. So I'm going to go into my drive and I'm going to pretend like I'm teaching my student that I taught today, Candy. That's not Candy. Today is Thursday. So Candy had a few different materials. So I had a song that I like to play before class if the student gets there early. We're learning about baby animals, so I'm going to even resize it the way I want it to look in class. I always have my classroom set up with this layout. I have the courseware here. I have me and the student over on the side. So I'm going to resize it and I'm going to minimize it. Then I'm going to go to the PowerPoint I have. Again, I'm going to resize it. I'm going to change it to the slide I want it to start on. Then I'm going to minimize that real quick. And then I'm going to pull up another PowerPoint of a book. And I'm going to minimize that. So the courseware I want to be displayed when we enter the class is this one. So I'm going to leave this open exactly how I want it with the other things minimized. Okay, now I'm going to simply exit out, close, and it will say auto saving. Check. And it looks like it's saved. All right, so nothing grand after I hit that. It just exits out of the prep room. and it is saved. So I still have 27 minutes before the class, so I can't enter for another 7 minutes. A couple things I wanted to address. This is a new feature, and with any new tech features, there's always going to be glitches. For example, Yolanda had an issue where her video feed, when she pulled it down into the classroom area, it was behind the PowerPoint. That didn't happen to me, but it's obviously a glitch that might come up. Another glitch I had was when I went to auto-save it in the prep room, it said autosave failed, and I couldn't even exit out of the prep room. So anytime you're testing out or using a new feature and you see any type of glitches, please, 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 please take a picture, or even better, take a video of what you're experiencing, and then send that to the tech group. And if you're not in one of those tech groups, make sure you are. I'm in all of them, even though I should only be in one, just because I help a lot of teachers out with questions. So whatever version you have, you should be in that tech group. So when you go to your tech group, you can relay that information, what happened, send that video, and trust me, if you don't send a video, they will probably ask you for one, and then at that point it's too late because you're not in the classroom anymore. So when it happens, take a video of it, send it to the tech group. That way they can see what's happening, and they can even pass it on to the product team so they can actually fix it. It's just a lot easier for them to understand the problem by seeing it in action rather than trying to explain it, especially since there is that language barrier. So in about 6 minutes, I'm going to be able to enter that room. I'm going to fast forward so we're not just waiting for 6 minutes, you watching me wait, and we will see what happens. And I'm back. Since we now have less than 20 minutes before class time, I now have the green enter button. Of course, the student at this time still cannot enter yet, but I can enter just to show you what you will see when you enter the class after doing that autosave in the prep room. So I'm going to enter and then enter again, and notice it's not there. Where is it? It will not automatically be in the classroom when you enter or when your student enters. Instead, you will get this prompt. Do you want to open the content prepared in the prep room? Yes. Now, voila! Here it is. So you won't have this open, so if the student gets into class before you, they won't be able to see the PowerPoint, but everything is already prepared. You don't have to now go into your drive and open everything really fast before class time. And you notice it saved this PowerPoint on the same slide that I had opened. And down here, it has all the materials that I opened and minimized. So here, Yolanda said hers went behind the PowerPoint. It's one of those things, those little glitches. So if you have that same thing happen to you again, take a video and send it to the tech team so they can look into that. I did do a little bit of testing and investigation, and I tested something out that I was actually surprised it worked. I went into the prep room. I opened a PowerPoint. I exited, and so it auto-saved the prep room, and then I deleted the PowerPoint off of my drive. I was like, there's no way it's going to open in the classroom because it's got to be linked to my drive in some way, right? Well, guess what? It actually opened in the classroom, and it worked just like a normal PowerPoint. I was able to go through the PowerPoint just like I would do it while it was in my drive. So it seems like it actually makes a full copy of it in your classroom. But I do not recommend doing that. And this is the reason why. Let's say something happens in your classroom and you need to exit out of the PowerPoint, or you accidentally exit out of the PowerPoint. If you deleted it from your drive, you can't reopen it without having to upload it back into the classroom, back into the drive. So even though it works, at least right now, I highly recommend not doing that. Keep it in your drive in case you need it. And then if you want to get rid of it to save space, storage space, then delete it from your drive after class. But I am super, super excited about this new feature. I hope it even gets better in some ways. But if you have any other suggestions for it, I can't really think of any. This is exactly what I wanted, being able to really prep in the prep room for a class the way I think it was intended to begin with. So hopefully everybody's excited about this as well. Again, if you have any glitches, make sure you record, send it to the tech team so they can get those bugs fixed. Bye, everyone.